This time I have a SONY SVO-150. This is the industrial version of an SLV-555. What is the difference? Well, it's a different color for one, but the main difference is the video inputs and outputs on the rear use BNC connectors instead of RCA connectors because, well, industrial products and broadcast products, that's what they use. This one came in. They complained on this one is it won't eject. Let's take a look and see what the problem is. This time I have a SONY SVO-150. This is the industrialized version of an SLV-555. The difference between this and, of course, its consumer cousin is the fact that this one has BNC connectors for the line in and line out, number one, but line out two has conventional RCA. I've been getting a lot of messages lately from my excited friends who we still all use BlackBerry Messenger Enterprise version, which we've used for years and years as our messenger. But of course, BlackBerry announced that they were going to pull the plug, and they did. They pulled the plug on it. So we're all scrambling looking for other messengers to use, and well, myself and many of my friends, we will not use messengers like Signal or WeChat or Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp or any of those other apps because we're concerned about security. We will not use apps that require a SIM phone number to register, which most of them do. Most of them require a phone number to register. And we won't use those because that's where you get security breaches. Anybody that gets your WhatsApp into your WhatsApp account now has your phone number. And well, I don't give out my phone number. Oh, look. It's not frozen, but it's probably getting close. This one here apparently will not eject. It could be the motor here. And of course, the classic blue gear. We have to check everything on these machines. Anyway, BBM Enterprise started working again, so all my friends that were using it are all happy again. I'm getting all kinds of messages because it's up and running again. It was down for a couple days. Why it was down, we don't know. Did they shut it down and have a change of heart? I was getting my friends, we were all moving over to Wire, which is another messaging app, but not quite as user-friendly. But that's what that ping is you hear. That's my BlackBerry Messenger going off from all my friends that are just elated that it's working again. Of course, the other difference between the consumer and the commercial line of products is the ground. The consumer units had just a standard 2-prong non-grounded power cable, which the industrial machines all have. This is getting annoying. I was starting to like it better when BBM wasn't working, because I tell the person that's sending me messages, hey, I'm on camera now, I'm working. Can you kind of curb your enthusiasm a bit and just hold off on the messages? I know you're excited that your BBM is working again, but I'm trying to work. Okay, power on. Want to watch what this does. This is a heavy tape. This is a T180. Not the longest tapes. This one I actually had used for time-lapse security. So it's going to be well worn, this tape. As you can see, it is very well worn. I want to use a relatively heavy tape. I guess I could have gotten a T200. Yes, I have T200s. Have you guys ever seen a T200? Feast your eyes on a brand new, sealed, never opened. Look at that. Still got the hanger on there from when it was hanging in the store. BASF T200 tape. This tape would run for 10 hours in the SLP speed, 6 hours and 40 minutes in LP, and 3 hours and 20 minutes in SP. Now you might wonder, what would something like this be good for? Well, 10 hours of security at EP or SLP was one. You could have one of these in your store and record the entire day's activities on one tape. That was one. On my time-lapse machine, that a SP or a T120 would run 24 hours. One of these would run for about 40 hours before it rewound and erased the tape. I used to use this in my security recorders back before we had hard drives, when we were recording onto real-time. I wasn't using a time-lapse machine, although I did have a time-lapse machine. I was using a real-time machine that did not give you a max headroom look. It actually recorded at 30 frames per second and did 24 hours on a T120. And it could kick up to the 2-hour speed if the alarm was received. But anyway, this is the longest. It's got dust on it. It's been sitting on the shelf. This is the longest tape. I like this. Like the 8mm tapes, it had a little tab. You could slide it over so you didn't record. You know, it didn't have to break a tab off, and you could put it back the other way to record again. This was, I wish all VHS tapes were made like that. Most of them just have the tab that once you break it off, you have to put some tape over it. This one here had a reusable tab. Kind of cool, huh? I've got a few other ones that are open that have been used, but this is, I think, one of the last ones I've got that I never opened, and I'm kind of hanging on to this just because, well, it's a special place. That was a T200 tape, and it's factory sealed. I wonder what this is worth. I wonder what somebody would offer me for this tape. You know, I hadn't really planned on selling it, but, you know, if someone came up to me with some ludicrous offer for this tape, I would cut it away. After all, some moron on the news today, some moron just paid, I think that was $7.2 million for a piece of abstract art. And what was that abstract art? A banana duct taped to a piece of drywall. You can't make this shit up. It was on the news record at Sotheby's for auctions. Absolutely ridiculous. And just to prove that I'm not trying to bullshit you here, yes, someone actually paid $6.2 million for a banana duct taped to a wall. That's what you call someone who's got... That's it. Someone taped the banana door. Someone with more money than brains, okay? Let's put it that way. Okay, enough of that. Let's see what happens when I pop the tape in. Tape goes in. Does it play? Ah, okay. I hear noise, and I saw the tape moving, but I did not see the take-up spool moving. Let's try rewind. That didn't sound good, did it? Okay, so just from the way things were not working there. Also, I see this guide. Oh, this guide's come loose too. It's got a broken blue gear. We got a broken blue gear on this one. And that guide is not where it's supposed to be. This guide's supposed to be all the way back. Blue gear problem. Wonderful. I'm going to pull the bottom off it just to verify that there's nothing else that's bad. And then I got to get a hold of the owner and give them the bad news. And they can decide whether they want to spend the money, because I have to order one in. I don't have one. The part's not that expensive, but of course there's shipping and everything else that gets added. So you may not want to fix it, just because once you get your shipping costs and everything else is going to be added to it, labor and so forth. You know, they're going to be probably looking in the neighborhood of $100. And they might just say, you know, it's not worth it. So I'll just pop the board out here just to verify that it is that the gear is snapped. It's snapped. It's gone. It's broken for sure. But we want to see the broken gear. The other problem, of course, is right now the post office is out on strike. The parts company ships their parts out by Canada Post. It's like $5 to ship. Yeah, there, it's broken. You see? There's the blue gear that's snapped right there. That cap might be bad on the motor, but may not be. It may be okay. But anyway, post office is out on strike right now. And they charge like $5 to ship by post, but guaranteed to get it part couriered over is not going to be $5. It's going to be a lot more than that. And those charges, of course, would just be passed on to the customer that may not want to pay it, because I can sell them a working VHS machine for less than it would be to repair this one. Just saying, even though these are a pretty good machine. The part's around, I haven't checked the price lately, but I'm going to say it's probably around $10 for the part. If I could get it shipped for $5, that's $15 for the part. Even if I charged a nominal fee of $60 to put it in, we're still talking 75 bucks. And I could find a used VHS machine working for probably around $40. So that's the dilemma we're in. I'm going to leave it at that. We know what the problem is. I've done many of these before, but if I do end up repairing this, I will definitely make a video of it. Oh, what's with the belt? Oh, I thought that tooth belt was worn out there, but no, it's okay. I just didn't feel the teeth on it when I first touched it there. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at this. We know what the problem is. It needs a blue gear and a general lubrication. So, anyway, kind of a neat machine, different color. I got to get a hold of the customer now, let them know. And we'll take it from there. Thanks for watching.